Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Forever Wrestling. We're doing things a little differently now, though. We're not going to do a full-on podcast. All we're going to do is talk about the biggest and latest hits of WWE. So maybe like 20 to 30-minute videos. This is going to be the first one we're doing, so let's see how it goes. Might be a little more fast-paced, but hopefully we do good.
It
But, sorry,
just
forgive me, alongside with me, I have the main man, Gustavo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Forever Wrestling YouTube channel. This is gonna be our first ever YouTube video, I guess you could say, because we've always been doing podcasts. We're gonna try some
Yeah.
different little bit short form content, more fast paced, more in your face, more like in your face.
More
But
go, 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 go,
more
go.
like go. More like I feel like there was not enough energy sometimes, but maybe we're gonna try something a little different. I don't know. Let's see what happens. This is our first time doing it, so let's see what happens. I know it's been a couple weeks since you guys have seen us on your screens, so
Oh
I don't
wait,
know what's
hold
gonna
up.
be,
Time
what do you
out.
do, but let's go. Let's get it going.
We
Man.
didn't talk about this. Are we still in the top 10 must see for next week though, or no?
I don't
Are
know,
we done with
man.
that?
Not probably not. That's more podcast.
More podcasts. All
More
right,
like
all
boom in
right,
your
all
face.
right.
Let's get it going.
Well, let's just get it going right down to the biggest thing of the past two weeks. Seth Rollins has a whole new faction with him, Paul Heyman, and Braun Breaker. We all knew it. We all saw this coming. Braun Breaker was definitely the next Paul Heyman guy.
Braun Breaker. I've been hearing rumblings of Braun Breaker being the next Paul Heyman guy for a while now. It's been rumored, and I just didn't think it was going to happen like this, but I'm actually so happy to see Braun Breaker in this position. Just like we said in the past, it was time. Once he lost that IC belt, he was going to be right into the main event scene, and it's perfect how they're doing it, man. This guy's the
Who
future of
better to do it
WWE.
with him than Seth freaking
This is a
Rollins?
stud, man. This is Evolution 2.0.
What does he mean? He's the future of the company, though. What's he mean? Does he mean like the whole company in general rides on his back, or just Braun Breaker being the future rides on his back now?
It's going to be Braun Breaker, the future of the company, because ultimately the end goal, I can see it already. I can see into the future. It's
I
going
know
to
what you're
be
gonna say.
Braun
I know
Breaker
what you're gonna
turning on Seth Rollins, and he's gonna.
say. I know.
It's just another Evolution 2.0, man. Just like whenever they turned on Randy Orton.
And you want to know what the first like peek into that is? Is when Paul Heyman went to go talk to Sammy, and you had. Did I say Paul? Yeah, Paul Heyman went to go talk to Sammy, and Braun Breaker was standing there, ready, just waiting, listening in. And where was Seth? Nowhere to be found.
And it's gonna be it's gonna be Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker, the ultimate down the line, because also you can see how Braun's probably gonna get mad if Seth like trying to run things, like he didn't let him go
Bossing
for
around.
another spear because Seth wanted to do another he wanted to do the curb stomp. So I feel
Two
like
big
we're
egos
already
like that aren't going to
teasing.
work together.
Yeah, we're already teasing, but dude, that he looks like a stud with that suit. Oh man, Braun Breaker's the main event attraction, man.
We're gonna get a whole new Braun Breaker, man. He's gonna be different.
They're diffy, man. He a little diffy, but it's gonna be great TV, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Maybe potentially we get another person into this group, or we can get a woman. We'll see.
The only thing is, Braun Breaker ain't that bad on the mic. So how's this gonna work with Paul?
Huh?
How's this gonna work with Paul Heyman? Braun Breaker ain't that bad on the mic.
He ain't that bad. Well, that's fine, man. What do you mean? It's just like another Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman situation. Roman was good on the mic.
I guess. Well, it took him a while to get good on the mic.
Yeah, but he was a heel. When he was heel, he was good on the mic.
Yeah, but now we're gonna see if he can be this big old baby face that everyone wants him to be.
Braun Breaker.
No, Roman Reigns.
Oh, Roman
Sorry,
Reigns.
talking about Roman Reigns. Now that he's all alone,
Roman
no
Reigns.
tribe, no nothing
Roman Reigns is gone.
for now.
He ain't coming back right now anytime soon, I don't think. I don't know, honestly.
Why?
Because if you remember the interview that went around all over social media whenever he said when there was no more wise man, there was no more tribal chief.
Yeah, but that don't mean he needs to leave right now. He's kind of important to the storyline.
Well, you know how part-time he is.
Oh, careful. He also said in the video he don't like being called a part-timer.
He's a part-timer. He didn't show up. We went to Kansas City. We went to Monday Night Raw. And what happened? No Roman Reigns. No CM Punk.
I'm just
salty.
saying he don't like being called a part-timer. He might
He's
prove
a
you wrong.
part-timer. If you got a problem with me, Roman Reigns, come and get it.
Ooh, all right, let's keep it going. Moving on to the next hot topic. That SmackDown Tag Team TLC match was downright spectacular. One of the best. I think that was the first they said we've had in 5 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it was pretty upsetting that we could have had that on the WrestleMania card, and we did not get that on the WrestleMania card. So that was really
Mm.
upsetting
Yeah, I know. Did you like
because
they tried to recreate the Edge
nah,
and
honestly, I don't
the
think they
Edge
should have
here?
tried that. Honestly, I know it was crazy and like a viral moment, but the way it turned out and everything, it didn't really turn out as good as I would have wished it would have turned out. And it's just kind of like this Edge and Jeff Hardy is like cemented into history. So I don't know if it was the right time to recreate it. It was still pretty
They were
cool.
also higher though. They were the ladders in that match were a lot taller
The Jeff
when they
Hardy
did it.
and Edge, yeah, that thing will
Yeah.
be forever better. Like it was cool to try to recreate it. And maybe if like it would have been like a full blown like a perfect, but it was kind of like it kind of messed up at the end, but it was still cool to see.
You know, it was disappointing. It didn't have Pretty Deadly in it though. Where was Pretty Deadly?
Dude, you just gotta wait because the SmackDown Tag Team division is gonna keep cooking. They might have to switch people around because the Raw division needs some help. But because you still got Pretty Deadly, you still got Los Garzas, and now I think it's time to move up Fraxium into the main roster.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah, man. They lost the tag team championships on NXT, so I think it's time to get him on the main roster. And with a little bit
When
of draft, we could probably switch things around, get some people on Raw, get them SmackDown, start cooking on both sides.
when is the draft this year?
And they haven't announced it yet, but it always usually happens, shortly after WrestleMania season. So hopefully soon.
So probably after Backlash
I'm
is when I'm guessing they'll do it.
sometime around there, so they got something to do on TV.
Mm. How do we feel about Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton getting back into the fold
I hate
together?
that, dude.
But they might be including Jade and Naomi now.
Yeah, I know. Like, obviously, it looks like Naomi's not done with Jade.
No, but
And
Naomi wants that
now,
title.
I think the best thing to do is to eventually have Naomi be the one to dethrone Tiffany Stratton.
Ooh, you think Naomi
Because
it's Naomi's time?
it's Naomi's time because I heard that she wants to start a family soon and that she's gonna stop wrestling soon. So she's taking this like super seriously. She's putting all her passion and heart into this right now, and I feel like she needs one more championship run before she leaves. And
Doesn't she already have kids with Jim?
no,
Naomi and Jay and Jimmy don't have kids?
no,
I swear they do.
I don't think so. I saw
I'm
that
gonna
she
look
said
this
she
up.
wanted to start a family, so she probably
I'm
don't
gonna
have
fact
that
check
much
this.
left in the tank. So and then like the heels on SmackDown right now, like you only got Charlotte Flair, you got Naomi, and you got Nia Jax. And I don't want Nia Jax nowhere near that championship right now.
No, they honestly I don't even know why they're putting her back in with Tiffany.
Yeah, like Nia, no, nada. So
I was proven wrong. They did not have kids.
I told you I know my stuff, man. I know. But yeah, the best thing going forward is somehow, somewhere down the line, Naomi to dethrone Tiffany. Maybe
How long does she
SummerSlam.
keep the belt though?
Who? Naomi? I don't know.
Naomi.
That's hard to say right now. I mean, we're thinking too much into the future. I can't predict everything.
How much longer do they let Tiffany keep the belt?
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Mhm.
SummerSlam would be a good one.
Yeah.
But
How do we? Speaking of rivalries cooking up, I feel like it's kind of early for the Orton and John Cena rivalry already. I know they're doing it because Backlash St. Louis, Randy's hometown, but I kind of feel like this should have been like a little later on down the line. Maybe this is more a SummerSlam match.
Like, probably could have been, but there's also so much stuff that needs to be done during John Cena's farewell tour that, we got to pull the trigger right now, man. There's John Cena Orton's perfect. St. Louis, Backlash. This is one of the most iconic rivalries for John Cena.
only have,
Eventually, sometime during this year, he's got to go against CM Punk.
We only have like 26 dates left to John Cena, right?
Something like that. So
Or
like,
less than that, because the
so
Raw after
that's what I'm
WrestleMania,
saying.
we had 27.
Like
So it's like 25 now.
They gotta move because he's not gonna be here that much longer.
You think the whole that many days thing is real, or do you think he'll show up more?
No,
Do you think the whole days thing is just a heel thing right now?
No, but that was before he was heel though. Like they announced
Oh,
how many
that's true.
dates that was before he was heel.
No,
Dude, he is
technically he's always been heel.
nah,
He just
man.
didn't show it yet.
He's got a lot of stuff going on his plate. Like he's still probably acting, so I think it's real. I think he's gonna stick to it, and he's only maybe somehow, some way, if he fits in more dates, like we'll be lucky. But
Why is Randy Orton bringing up the whole kid situation though? Why is he calling him out on not having kids?
because a lot of
Saying
people
he's
have
got to
said
fill
it
that
before in the
void.
past.
Huh?
It was a big thing, man. Whenever he remember Total Divas, never wanted to have kids with Nikki Bella.
But what if he's wanting to have him now? That's why they put it in the storyline.
Nah, probably not. I think John Cena has
You don't
always
think so?
said, he's said in interviews like he just doesn't see himself having a kid.
Which is so interesting.
It is very
We'll never
interesting.
see a second generation wrestler from John
Guess
Cena.
not, man. It's unfortunate, but if that's what John wants, oh well.
But anyway, I hope we finally get to see Randy Orton punt someone. I want to see Randy punt John because we didn't get to see that at
Oh, he's
WrestleMania,
got to bring it
like we
back.
all hoped.
He's got to
He's
do
got to
it.
punt him.
They got to add. I feel like they got to add some sort of stipulations to this match because the rivalry they've had in the past, like, it's huge.
Yeah, if the match is anything like I love John, but if the match is anything like WrestleMania, they got to add a stipulation to it. Because just a
Yeah,
regular
I
old
mean,
John Cena match
hopefully
ain't gonna do it.
this whole like ruin wrestling stuff shtick, like I don't want it to keep ruining like every match he's in. Like, please give us some sort of good match.
Like, make us think he's gonna lose it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
just make it obvious that he's gonna win.
Yeah. But
Anyway, what do you
anyways,
want to move on to? Next topic. Move.
we're gonna
Gotta move
move. We're
fast.
gonna move on to the return of a Triple H guy. Aleister Black is back.
I feel like his debut was a little soft, but I'm interested to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, he's always been a big Triple H guy, so I feel like Triple H is definitely going to push this guy to the moon. And it was interesting to see that he actually came as Aleister Black
Yeah.
because he was Malachi Black as well.
I saw something that said like he has 8 more years left in him.
Yeah,
Or
he's
something
still
like
got a
that. So we
while, he
get 8
said.
years
But we'll see
of
how long
Aleister
he
Black.
lasts in WWE. We'll see how this time around, what changes, what's different. Hopefully something cooks from him.
Hopefully he gets a big push.
It's
I would
not,
love to see
no.
Aleister Black in the championship
Well, it's got to
scene.
make sense if he's gonna get a good, push. So we'll
Well,
see.
obviously.
No. Like, so you can't just give everyone pushes. There's only a certain amount of people that deserve those pushes, and there's one guy, man. Like right now, he deserves a push, and he's not getting pushed.
Who?
Karrion Kross, man. Like finally, he's
Ah,
getting the
dude.
crowd behind him, and they were like 30 seconds on Raw. That was it. Are you kidding me?
Nah, I know, but we got to see a dark match with him against Dragon Lee, and the crowd in KC at least
The
were
crowd
popping
was
off
behind,
for him,
man. The
dude.
crowd was
They were
behind him.
excited to see him. I
That's
don't know
why.
if it's just KC or
No. It
if
was like
everyone's
even
starting to
last
feel
week.
that.
Remember, even at WrestleMania when Karrion Kross showed up for the Logan Paul AJ Styles match, he got a little pop.
You right,
Like
you right. But
finally after so many years of Triple H trying to get Karrion Kross behind us, like now we're starting to cheer for him, and now like we're not seeing him enough.
I think it's because he's going back to his roots.
But yeah, it's because he's
You know what the
alone
problem
now.
is? The problem is, and it may not be Triple H's fault, it may be TKO's fault, but they don't always let the wrestlers be themselves and do what they want to do. And I think when you let them do that is when the real magic happens.
Just like the other day that I was telling you, was it yesterday that I was telling you that sometimes I feel like TKO is definitely holding back Triple H.
Oh, definitely.
Because to me, I feel like when The Rock showed up at Elimination Chamber, it was probably like a TKO, like, "Hey, we need you. Can you please show
No,
up?"
it was. Didn't he
And
admit
like
it in
Triple
Pat
H
McAfee?
didn't want. He probably didn't like want The Rock. And like TKO is trying to do all these like celebrities showing up. Like I don't know how Triple
Yeah.
H feels about that.
I hope I'm gonna be sad if Triple H leaves because that's gonna really suck. But I hope he stays strong and like fights his way through to to get to him. Be like, no, I got this. Let me do it. Hopefully he can reach Ari or whatever his name is, Emmanuel, the head of TKO, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to wrestling. Let's not get into politics. Oh, I lost my spot though.
Train of thought.
Oh, since we were on Aleister Black, his wife's getting a push.
Yeah,
Zelina
that was
Vega.
really surprising. I was actually kind of upset that the Chelsea Green reign came to an end. I feel like she was just not going to start cooking. She was going to start having some feuds. She had Alba Fire become part of her group. Like I feel like I thought we were finally going to get something going, but maybe this just means like Chelsea Green will get it back too. Because
You
we
think they'll really
saw
do that?
how Braun Breaker lost to Jey Uso, and then he got it back from Jey Uso. So like it could happen as well.
I don't really see them doing that to Zelina Vega though. I don't really
Well,
see them giving it to her and
I
then
feel like if Zelina Vega is gonna have it, please, I just don't want her to feud against Michin. Because it just feels like Meechin's
I'm over
always
Meechin.
feuding like for that championship, and she just can't win it. And I'm like, it's gonna get stale. People aren't gonna get behind it. Like, we got to get some
Yeah.
new people in here. Get some other people involved with this championship.
You mean like how they're already bringing up the women's NXT division?
Well,
We
I
got
feel like the
Stephanie Vaquer. We got
Julia,
how do you Julia?
Roxanne
Thank you,
Perez.
and Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, because I know, like, it got leaked in the past. Like, I think they're gonna have another women's PLE evolution or something like that. So I feel like now we're slowly starting to incorporate these NXT stars into the main roster, so we can have an amazing PLE. Because
But it
these
looks like,
NXT girls are top tier, man.
that whole thing is centered around the women's world heavyweight championship. So you got Julia, Roxanne. I don't know if Stephanie's in it. Probably not. But then you got Rhea and Io. So at least 4 there.
Yeah, I don't
So it
like.
could be another fatal 4-way at that PLE.
Yeah, I just don't like how Rhea and Io are like teaming up again.
You don't like it? I think it'd be pretty cool.
No, because they were just going against each other at WrestleMania, and like Rhea was pretty much disrespecting Io a lot of times, and now they're teaming up all buddy buddy.
I wouldn't say they're buddy buddy yet.
No, they're not buddy buddy, but still, I don't like the whole teaming up thing.
Well, let's see. We'll see what Triple H cooks with
I'm
it.
just not a Rhea Glazer anymore.
I know you're not a Rhea Glazer.
Not
I'm a Rhea
anymore.
Glazer.
I'm an Io Sky Glazer. Yeah, she crazy in the ring. Ah.
Her matches with Stephanie though are a little weird. I don't get them. Well, she's only had one, but
No, that was just. It's probably, I don't know what happened there, but at WrestleMania she cooked.
she did cook. She did very good. She
She
definitely deserves that championship.
Definitely cooked, my guy.
Speaking of who else deserves a championship, Jacob Fatu is your new United States champion. And it looks like he's got Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and LA Knight coming after him. Why do they keep LA Knight in the United States Championship, though?
They keep, because what else are they gonna do with him? Honestly, right now, you
I
can't ship him
guess,
into
but
the going against John Cena right now.
anyway, I was saying that if you keep the LA Knight in there, it's going to get stale. And honestly, it already is stale. I'm tired of it. I don't want him to be a part of this anymore. I want him to move on to something else.
Well, I feel like he
Like,
will move on to something else. He will probably try to get the Money in the Bank, but right now, this is what we're going with because the vision is probably the Fatal 4-Way of Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, LA Knight, Jacob Fatu.
and Solo churning on him during that match?
I don't know if
Question
it'd be
mark?
during that match, but that's the ultimate goal. Like down the line, I feel like that could be the SummerSlam match, like Solo versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. That'd cook.
Cause you know how Triple H sometimes he likes to take his time. He wants to slowly foreshadow it because he already started foreshadowing when Solo's started saying like, "It's just Jacob's here because of me. He won
yeah,
because
yeah.
of me."
And then Jacob finally stood his ground.
And Jacob was looking at him from the like, "Este pendejo que? Like, yo, qué pedo?" And then he
I don't think
finally
that's
stood his
exactly
ground.
what he said, but
So
I
pretty
get
much.
the gist of it.
You know, yeah.
But if LA Knight gets Money in the Bank, does that mean we're gonna get John Cena
I'm not
versus LA
saying
Knight?
he will win Money in the Bank. I'm saying he's
But if
probably
he
going to
does,
try.
But
If he does win Money in the Bank, I feel like this time around, we're definitely not going to use it on the same night, and we're going to probably keep it around for a while so we can use it as a
Hopefully.
storyline.
Well, next WrestleMania. I love it when they cash in at WrestleMania.
No,
It's
but you
just a
also
better
got to
moment.
sporadically do that. You can't do it all the time.
That's true.
Because when's the last time it happened before then? Like Damian Priest, like before Damian Priest, when did it happen at WrestleMania?
Not
It
for
might
a
have
while.
been Seth Rollins. It might have been Seth Rollins. But because I can't remember.
That I can honestly, yeah, it might have been. That's been
So,
a while though.
Like you can't do it all the time because it's overplayed.
Has it ever
you
happened
can-
during War Games?
You could do it during War Games. You could another good one could be like the Raw after WrestleMania. That's a good one too.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Or SmackDown. SmackDown too.
Depends which championship he wants to go for.
It depends who wins as well. There's so many people out there that could win, and we just never know.
True. All right, is there any other big topics you want to talk about before we end it here?
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's not really much else to talk about. What else is there to talk about?
Not much. We haven't seen CM Punk this week.
CM Punk, well, yeah, they were gone for a week. Roman Reigns, CM Punk were gone for a week. Well, you know what? There's also one big storyline that's brewing. That's also kind of like the whole solo Jacob Fatu situation that you could see it foreshadowing, and it's definitely
Okay.
going to be Finn Balor and Dirty Dom having a feud.
Yeah. I just hope. I want Finn to change his
At,
gimmick so
well,
bad.
I think in an interview they were talking. He's talked about how he's doing the thing now.
Yeah.
So
So he
I
might be
feel like
bringing it back.
slowly it's gonna happen. Like maybe with this storyline, we get somehow to babyface Finn again.
But when is Finn gonna turn? Is the question.
That's a really good question, and we don't know if Finn's gonna be the one to turn, or what if like Dom turns on Finn so he can be heel again.
Dom's actually becoming a baby face, so
Yeah,
he
but
may
what if he
not.
does something that just you just never know, man. You just
Well, if
never
he
know.
does it to
Things
Finn, they may
change so
like him though more
fast.
because people don't like Finn right now.
I don't know. That's why it's just I just don't know how it's gonna work out, but let it play out.
Let the Dino Nuggy loving
And
kid.
now, like, also Liv Morgan's taking a break for this whole movie she's gonna be in. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the women's tag teams. You know, Rhea had to take a break when she got injured, but she had to drop the title. But what about like Liv and Raquel? I didn't hear them saying they have to drop the titles. How long of a break is Liv taking?
Maybe it's a. That's true. When you're champion, you usually don't get breaks. You're there more.
We got Liv taking a break. We got Bianca Belair got her. Well, I don't know if it's a real
Hand hurt.
injury, but like she's taking a break. So yo, we got to get some stars in here to make up for those big stars leaving.
To be honest,
So
though, the women's. As much as I love Liv and Raquel, the women's tag team championships aren't hitting that well
no, it's slacking.
because there's no women's tag team division
That's
at
why I
all.
was hoping like Alba and Piper were still gonna stay together. That's one
They still
women's tag team.
could.
And like, dude, like, what else do we have? Do we have another women's tag team?
No,
I
we
guess
don't.
Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
But they barely get TV time. They
Yeah,
may get
so
like a match.
dang.
They sporadically get matches, and that's
So
it.
I don't know if it was the smartest thing to have those women's tag team.
Not really. Not unless you're gonna have more women's
So
tags.
right now, off the top of my head, do you know what we need? We need the Bella Twins to come back to WWE and make a run for that tag team championship.
Didn't you say something about maybe potentially they come back?
I feel like Nikki Bella will definitely come back for the Evolution PLE, but I just don't know if Brie will.
But we need Brie back.
I know we need the
It'd be
whole Bella
so
Twins, man.
sick.
I don't know, but anyways, you know, if there's something else you want to talk about, you know, spit it out right in front of me. I don't know what else to talk about. I got nothing else. If you got
I
something
think
else, let it
we've
out.
got all like the most important big topics this episode. Nothing more that I could think of. I think if you want to, we should start talking more into NXT also,
Well, we're
because
gonna have to
NXT
start
is
watching
on fire.
NXT.
I can watch NXT, dude. It's on fire. But anyway, guys, this was our first
Whatever you want to
regular
call it.
YouTube, whatever you want to call it. We're still trying to figure it out. It's the first one. It might have been too fast paced. We might not have talked off on topics, but we'll figure it out as we go along.
We're just
We
trying
just hope
something
you
different.
enjoyed. We'll hope you return and show us some love. And Stavo's gonna sign us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. If you made it all the way to the end, you know, I'd really, greatly would appreciate it. If, you know, just comment down below. You made it all. Comment down below. Comment down below. John Cena is the best ever. If you made it this far, like, you know, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So I guess this will only go on. I guess we're not. It's not a podcast, so it's not going on Buzzsprout or none of that like podcast stuff. So I guess just, you know, give us a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok. You know, TikTok is like our main platform where whenever we go to these events, you know, we like to get some live content out there. So, you know, check us out on the old TikTok. But, you know, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, we're back after taking a break from the we just stopped uploading podcasts. We might still get back into the podcast, but we're gonna try something
We're
different.
trying short firm right now,
We
just to
might
see
end up,
how we
honestly,
feeling.
it might just not be a one-time a week thing. Like maybe we'll pop out 2 or 3 videos a week. Maybe make them small and just different. I don't know. We're gonna try something different. We're gonna try some different content, but I'd greatly appreciate it if you supported us through this moment.
We do love you guys. We love all the love you show us.
And that's gonna be it from the Forever Wrestling Boys. You know, peace out. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next week or next episode, next video. You know what it be, what it do.
God bless.